What if you were to take that frosting off? What would the cake, what would it be?
Just a bare cake. The frosting is all included in that price, so...
In the bustling city of New York, nestled between the towering skyscrapers and the constant hum of activity, lived a man named Abdul. Known to his friends and family as the ultimate haggler, Abdul had mastered the art of negotiation to an extent that left even seasoned salespeople astounded. One crisp autumn morning, Abdul found himself at a local farmer's market, eyeing a basket of ripe tomatoes. The vendor, an elderly woman with a warm smile, greeted him. "Good morning, young man. These tomatoes are fresh from the farm. Only $5 for the basket." Abdul tilted his head, scrutinizing the tomatoes as if they held the secrets of the universe. After a long pause, he spoke. $5? For these tomatoes? I can get them down the street for $3. The vendor chuckled, clearly amused. "Oh, really? And who might that be?" "Your competitor," Abdul replied, pointing to a nearby stall where a young man was selling similar tomatoes. The elderly woman raised an eyebrow. "Is that so?" "Indeed," Abdul continued. "But I value quality over price. However, for the sake of supporting local farmers, I might consider paying a little more. Perhaps $4. The vendor, now intrigued by Abdul's persistence and charm, agreed with a nod. "All right, $4 it is. But only because you seem like a man who appreciates the value of fresh produce." Abdul smiled, handed over the money, and took the basket of tomatoes. As he walked away, he couldn't help but feel a sense of triumph. It wasn't just about saving $1, it was about the thrill of the negotiation. Abdul's reputation as a master negotiator had spread far and wide. One weekend, he received an invitation to a garage sale hosted by a couple known for their high-priced antiques and collectibles. As he perused the items, his eyes landed on a vintage record player, its polished wood gleaming under the sunlight. The price tag read $150. "Excuse me," Abdul called out to the couple, who were sitting nearby sipping lemonade. "This record player is quite exquisite. But $150? That's a bit steep, don't you think?" The husband, a stout man with a thick mustache, looked up. "It's a rare piece, son. Worth every penny." Abdul nodded thoughtfully. "Rare, indeed. But rarity doesn't always equate to value. I can find similar models online for half the price." The wife, a petite woman with silver-rimmed glasses, chimed in. "But those are replicas. This one is authentic." "Authenticity is important," Abdul agreed. "But so is fairness. How about $75? The couple exchanged glances, clearly taken aback by Abdul's audacity. After a tense silence, the husband spoke. "All right, $75. But that's our final offer." Abdul extended his hand, sealing the deal. As he loaded the record player into his car, he couldn't help but chuckle. It wasn't just about the bargain, it was about the challenge. Word of Abdul's negotiating prowess reached the ears of a wealthy businessman named Gregory, who prided himself on never paying full price for anything. Intrigued, Gregory invited Abdul to his mansion for a friendly wager. "Abdul," Gregory began, "I've heard tales of your bargaining skills. Let's put them to the test. I have a collection of rare coins worth over $10,000. If you can negotiate a better deal than I can, the collection is yours." Abdul accepted the challenge without hesitation. The two men met at a local auction house, where the rare coins were being displayed. Gregory went first, engaging in his usual tactics, offering lowball bids and leveraging his knowledge of the market. Abdul observed quietly, taking mental notes. When it was his turn, Abdul approached the auctioneer with confidence. "I've been following the market trends closely," he began. "And based on recent sales, I believe these coins are valued at $8,000. However, considering the seller's desire for a quick sale, I propose an offer of $6,000. The auctioneer, impressed by Abdul's insight and negotiation skills, agreed to the offer. As Abdul walked away with the rare coin collection, Gregory approached him, a look of admiration on his face. "Well done, Abdul. You've proven that negotiation isn't just about numbers, it's about understanding value and timing." Abdul smiled, his reputation as the most extreme haggler solidified. Years later, Abdul's name became synonymous with negotiation excellence. He authored books, held seminars, and even started a consulting firm dedicated to teaching others the art of haggling. His teachings emphasized the importance of preparation, understanding the value of what you're negotiating for, and always maintaining respect for the other party. As he sat in his office one afternoon, reflecting on his journey, Abdul received a letter from a former student. Dear Abdul, I wanted to thank you for your guidance. Because of your teachings, I was able to negotiate a deal that saved my company millions. You've changed my life. Sincerely, a grateful student. Abdul placed the letter on his desk, a contented smile crossing his face. He had not only mastered the art of negotiation, but had also passed on his knowledge to others, ensuring that the legacy of the most extreme haggler would live on.